My name's Ciara and I run a small business in Newcastle called HumanCentred HR. We work with other small and scaling businesses who need advice and support to define, refine or align their people strategy and workplace priorities to their own kind of growth and development as a business. We also partner with a number of other superb businesses operating in a complementary space. So for example, leadership management development, employee engagement and specialist OKR coaching. So that's objectives and key results. I'm personally just really interested in and totally fascinated by people and what makes us who we are, what really drives our behavior, the way we react and interact with the world, and how we can then use that knowledge and insight into self and others in a powerful and positive way within the workplace. Facet5 is a measure of personality that's really underpinned by a focus on development. So the tool itself is used by organizations and consultancies worldwide to provide a model and a language to explain how people differ in their behavior, motivation, attitudes, preferred ways of working, and most importantly, what they themselves are capable of achieving. So Facet5 identifies the 5 major building blocks of personality and breaks these down into 13 sub-factors. So as humans, we all have varying amounts of each factor within our personalities, and the amount will differ depending on our personal preferences and beliefs. And it's this pattern of scores we see across each of the factors, which provides an overall picture of our individual and unique personality. So some people listening to this may have had experience of psychometric tools in the past, which are type-based and assessed people within a sort of forced dichotomy between one type or the other. But Facet5 is a trait-based tool, so personality traits are measured along a continuum, and this just gives us a much more precise and meaningful approach, which will give our delegates on the program a better understanding of their personality in relation to others. So first off, we measure your personality via the completion of an online questionnaire. The questionnaire has 106 questions and takes maybe 20 minutes to complete. And it's also available in 33 languages, so it's just good to know for our program delegates. A profile report is then downloaded from the Facet5 system by myself upon completion of the questionnaire. And this comprehensive report or the report outputs really help us to understand how similar or different our personality traits are in relation to others and the aspects that make us unique. But it's really important for me to ensure that delegates on the program know that there are no right or wrong answers and absolutely no good or bad profiles. Facet5 is not a test, so you can't pass or fail. And then once the questionnaire is completed, delegates will be invited to book a feedback coaching session, and a full interpretation and debrief of the profile and insight into those 5 factors that I talked about is provided by me. And the debrief will take the delegate hopefully on a bit of a journey of self-discovery, where they gain a better understanding of their preferred ways of working. And my role really is to guide the individuals in interpreting the insights offered by their profile in a way that's meaningful to them and really aligned to the goals or their personal goals for the inclusive leadership program. The core Facet5 profile is also supplemented with a number of add-on reports that provide additional kind of color and depth for delegates to fully appreciate these preferences, behaviors, and motivations. So in essence, the real benefit here is an opportunity to gain clarity and a deep self-awareness of your individual leadership style or natural default behaviors, some of the real strengths of your approach, but also how you might come across to others who have a different style or a different approach to you, and therefore how best to harness your strengths or adapt your style to meet the unique needs of a diverse team, as well as identify areas of focus for you as an inclusive leader. Well, I personally think what's so powerful about Facet is that it provides the key to unlocking a better sense of self and others. So, we're all working in a really different way to how we were a couple of years ago. And things like togetherness, inclusion, communication, and belonging are so important in creating not only a productive workplace, but a happy one. So Facet5 will give delegates on the program this powerful insight into their own ways of working, but importantly, an understanding of how they can work differently with others and what they need to adapt or adjust to suit the audience. So it will get leaders and HR professionals really thinking about how they can recognize and celebrate the unique contribution of everyone in the workplace. I mean, you'll both know this, so I'm preaching to the converted, but just to emphasize in relation to our program, a true appreciation of diversity is so important in nurturing a culture of inclusive leadership and healthy employee engagement. But it's so much more than just bringing together a diverse team through recruitment, for example. It's about understanding, valuing, promoting diverse perspectives. And for me, that just begins with self-awareness and the understanding of how personality influences our personal beliefs, our mindset, our values, our motivations and attitudes, and how we communicate and work with others. So everybody has something to contribute, and Facet5 facilitates a much richer appreciation of those unique contributions.